Happy 3 days after 75 hard. I just made a protein shake again. Here's my Zumba outfit. So yeah, we're having a protein coffee moment. I've never put one of these in a real dish, but like, doesn't it look nice? Happy 3 days after 75 hard. I just made a protein shake again. I used my cup from last night. I put it in the fridge. I have Zumba today at 10:30 with my class pass. I think it's my last class pass class, which is sad, but it expires on Tuesday and I'm leaving Tuesday. Actually, it expires like Monday's the last day till it re-ups. So I could maybe get one in tomorrow if I wanted to, but I feel like that's not the best idea. Here's my Zumba outfit. Oh my god, we've seen this like 3 times this week. Yep, because I did not sweat at all yesterday at the Pilates, and I just don't want to put it through the wash if it doesn't need to be. So I'm like, let's just finally do it in with the Zumba class. This should get it good. Treadmill time. I have an hour till Zumba starts. So I'm gonna do the treadmill for a little bit because I want to edit. And I was just on my couch doing a bunch of uploads. Actually, no, I think I was in bed. I was in bed, but I feel like I want to get up, but I still have stuff to do. So I usually start at like a 2 to get my bearings, and then once I'm like used to it, because this is a really skinny treadmill, so it's a little bit scary. I just got it off someone on Facebook Marketplace, and I thought it was more real than it actually is. So anyway, I'm just gonna put it at a 2 to start, and then when I feel comfortable, like a 3 is like the fastest I'll go when I'm doing stuff on my phone. All right, we hit a mile, that's good. I'm heading to what might be my last class pass class. My trial's up on Monday, it renews on Tuesday, and I'm leaving town Tuesday anyway. So I'm doing Zumba today. I love Zumba, I love Latin music. The Spanish teacher in me, makes sense if you think about it that way. I love exercise, so it's kind of combining 2 of my favorite things, Spanish and exercise. So I'm hoping for this to just go out with a bang. It got good reviews on ClassPass, so fingers crossed. Okay, I haven't seen anyone go in, but maybe I'm just really early, but hopefully people are taking this class because I don't want to do Zumba alone because it's really awkward. Zumba was very fun. You can tell it's a very dedicated group that always goes. They said some people were away, so it was a smaller class, but it was still like pretty good as it got going. So it was fun. My only critique would be she had to go back every single song ending. So I don't know why you wouldn't just make a playlist, but I feel like every time it was like a pretty long break in between songs. But other than that, it was really fun. She was a good instructor. Otherwise, I could follow. I mean, I've done Zumba for years and years, so it was pretty easy to follow. But her cueing was really good. So yeah, good times. Not me making an Oreo protein coffee. That looks so darn good. It's just, I had like random Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I didn't finish in the fridge. And then my protein. So yeah, it looks amazing. And there is 1 Oreo in there and 1 Oreo on top. So yeah, we're having a protein coffee moment. Oh my god, it's so darn good with the Oreo. I'm not advocating for you to add Oreos to everything, but honestly, it's not real Oreos, it's like Whole Foods. 1 would only have been like 65 calories because 2 is 120 calories. So really, I probably could have just put the Oreo on top so that every sip I'm like getting the flavor. I feel like I probably don't even need it in the coffee. but it's cookies and cream whey that I'm using. And I'm trying to enhance it because I talked to someone at my burn get together about that. And she's like, oh yeah, I add Oreos. She adds 3. I feel like 1 to 2 is good without like going way overboard. But I honestly feel like this is gonna fill me up pretty good too. It's 12. So I do have my top plate meals. I defrosted a few of them for the next few days. So I have a chicken fajita bowl. I of course have my buffalo mac and cheese because that's my favorite. And then there's one more. So my husband's away at a wedding in Oregon. His cousin's getting married and I was supposed to go, but our flight, I don't even know if I told this story. We were supposed to fly JetBlue and our flight just like fully got canceled on us. And then rebooked at times that like didn't work. And obviously I'm going to Spain on Tuesday. So that like I shouldn't have planned to go to this wedding, but I thought originally I was leaving Wednesday. I thought I could fit it in. And when the flight got canceled, I was like, that's a sign like I really should not be going. I'm already like, I've been home these couple days and I'm already running around like a crazy person. So I really wanted to go because I've never been to Oregon. I want to get to all 50 states and like I want to spend time with his family. Ever since losing his parents, I feel like any opportunity to spend time with them, it's like important to take advantage. So I'm really sad that I couldn't go because his brother and sister are there and it just would have been a really nice moment. And I'm sure like a lot of the family is there. Obviously it's his cousin, so like that family would be there. So I'm really sad I couldn't go. But when we had the cancellation of the original flight, I like took it as kind of like the universe being like, girl, like, what are you doing? You can't just like go to Oregon and then fly to Spain the next day after flying home from Tampa. Like it literally would have been like Tampa, the next day Oregon, and then back from Oregon and the next day Spain. And like I wouldn't have even had time to do laundry appropriately. So I know that was not the move, but I'm sad I'm not there. Okay, I just had to check my Ultrahuman app and yep, she's luteal. I just finally booked my Madrid hotel. I have a friend who has an apartment there and I thought maybe I could stay at her apartment. She's gonna be moving there, but not yet. But I didn't hear back. Like I had emailed her and she said, oh, definitely maybe. And then she had a tenant she was gonna check in with, but I was like, I already emailed her once and I didn't hear back the second time, so it's fine. So I just booked my hotel and my heart really wanted this certain one that's near Puerto del Sol. And originally I just kept looking and looking, like I wanted something a little less money, but my heart wants what it wants. The other thing is in the reviews, some people were saying like it's a foot traffic street, so cars can't go up it. So like in terms of like getting dropped off with your luggage, if you take a Uber, like that could be annoying. But I was planning on taking the subway anyway because the subway is super attached. Like it's so easy to get around. So I wasn't even planning to Uber from the airport because it would just be cheaper to take the subway anyway. But anyway, I just booked the hotel that I really wanted. Like I was going between 2 options and I was like, no, like I did the math and it was like $60 difference for the 2 days that I'm there. Well, 3 days, 2 nights. And I was like, no, just like go with the one that you really want. And I booked it and I'm finally excited. I haven't been excited about Spain. I've been stressing, but now I'm excited because it literally said like, you're going to Madrid. I'm so happy now. I'm so excited. I'm staying in the hotel that I want to stay in. I'm not skimping. I mean, it's not like super fancy. Like there were obviously fancy ones, but it just looks really nice and it got really, really, really good reviews. Everyone said the rooms were quiet, but it's in like an extremely central location. Like if you're familiar with Madrid, Puerto del Sol is literally the geographic center of Madrid and Spain. Is it the center of Madrid? Well, it's the center of Spain. Like there's actually a thing on the ground where you can stand and you're standing in the center of Spain. So that's where I'm staying. I looked at other options that were a little less muddy, that were a little further out, or there was like one that had a pool that sounded cool. But I was like, no, I'm literally there for 2 nights. Like, I want to stay right in the middle of everything. I studied abroad there. So if you're like, why do you love Madrid so much? I studied abroad there. So I spent 4 months there. And I've been back, I forget how many times, like 6 or 7, maybe 7. I don't know. I've lost track. I could probably remind myself, but I just love it there. It's like such a city. Like, people just do their thing. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Barcelona. And I loved Barcelona. I went last year and it was great. But there's just something about Madrid. It's kind of like New York City, where people just do their thing. It's just a city living its life. And like, yeah, there's all these tourists, but it's just people like living their lives. Seoul is definitely a really touristy part of it, but it's just so central. Like, it just makes the most sense to stay there. And it's so walkable. I hope I can remember my way around. I'll definitely be using my phone to navigate, but now I'm excited. I was like having trouble being excited about my Spain trip because I was having a lot of anxiety, but just seeing on my screen like that I'm booked and seeing the view, like you can literally see the front of the, I forget what building it is. It might be a post. I'll have to look up, hold on. Yeah, so I just looked it up and it is the Casa de Correos, which is the royal house of the post office. It's like the most iconic thing in Puerto del Sol, and you can see it from the terrace of the hotel that I booked, which is why I booked it, because I was like, you know what? There was another one by the same line of hotels in Plaza Mayor, but it didn't seem to have anything like outdoor space. It was $60 less, and it sounded just as nice, but I was like, no, like, I'm going to like feed my soul. So I want the whole thing. I want the whole thing. Time for some lunch. I've never put one of these in a real dish, but like, doesn't that look nice? What's she doing? I'm gonna make my buffalo chicken mac and cheese. It's just vent it on both corners and then pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes if it is coming from the fridge. Actually, like say 150. I do freeze them also though, so when they're frozen, it's more like 5 minutes-ish, like slightly less than 5 minutes usually from frozen. And it doesn't like, they don't recommend freezing them, but when I order the top plate meals, I do the 10-pack and it lasts me for 2 weeks. So I'm out of school now and I still have like a bunch of meals in my freezer. So I want to go through those. I froze it. Actually, I need to check on that. I froze it for a few weeks so that I can use them up, and I'm also going away. That's another good thing though, because I'm going away, so I didn't have to go grocery shopping for the next few days because my husband's also away. So I was like, ooh, let me just like eat my meals, and then I don't have to go to the store and like waste ingredients, because you know when you like buy a bunch of fresh stuff but you don't use it all up, and then you go away and it's like you have to like throw it out or it just like rots in your fridge. So this is like honestly so perfect because I just like unfroze a few meals and I've been eating those. Ta-da! I see a bunny. It's Ninja Creamy time. It's Ninja Creamy time.